qualifying heat ones. It is OKN Senior coming up next. And, well, once again, in time qualifying, a very dramatic scenario. Dominant throughout all of them. Can she maintain that here at Alphasan? Engines fire up as the drivers make their way out onto the circuit. As the qualifying heats phase gets underway here. Let's quickly fire you through that full starting lineup as the sun continues to bear down on us here at the Alphasan International Sports Resort. It's Daniel Kelleher and Luna Flusha on row number 1. Hugo Heron and Adam Sador on row 2. Marcus Shilkudis and Mohamed Benemni, the winner of Dubai, starts this one on the 3rd row of the grid. Don't write him off just yet in this weekend. He could certainly be another contender. Austin Gale and Hamza Al-Fayez go from row number 4. Ghazi Motlaka and Isaac Say on row number 5. Francis Sigelski and Maximilian Rafalik go from row 6. They'll have Jean Carras and Philippe Carras, the two brothers from France, start on row 7. Gianna Pascal and Alessandro Bigi start from row number 8. They'll have Islaveta Kozlova and Cole Hewitson on row number 9. Charlotte Page and Sky Parker round out the top 20 on row number 10. Sophia Sanfari and Charles Lambert round out row number 11. They'll have Sadamat Soy and Prix Torvino on row 12. Rayan Caruz and Anastasia Gerasis on row 13. They'll have Sebastian Korpeng and Yana Kapoor on row 14. Julian Pope and Louis Hartmann, they round out the top 30 out on track. And unfortunately for Louis Hartmann, technical flag in his time qualifying puts him right on that back row. So real shake-up for him over the course of this one. There again, a look at the weather. 25 degrees. Track is dry. It's a lovely, lovely day here in Abu Dhabi ahead of the final round of the Champions of the Future Academy program. This is a tense moment for the drivers, of course. Championship trophies here as well as the weekend trophies. I've seen those championship trophies. Absolutely astonishing. Very heavy as well, I might add. I helped set them up in the foyer area, and I've got to say my arms were tired pretty quickly with that one. But here we go. It's seniors. It's qualifying heat 1. Lights are out. We're racing down in towards turn number 1. It's a good start from the front row, and right there at the beginning of that one, a solid start for the rest of them. Flusha's dropped to 3rd place, but right round the outside there's been some big changes up there as well. Hugo Heron, I think, has got up into 2nd place. Daniel Kelleher able to sweep around the outside, I think, has held on to that lead spot here as everyone fights their way through in this early stage. Down the hill they go. Down the inside there, you can see Maximilian Rafalik trying to look to the inside here as the drivers push their way through nicely. There you can see Hugo Heron is in 2nd place. Flusha down to 3rd. This is still a strong spot for her, but she needs to remain focused on this one. There, though, your race leader, your pole sitter from qualifying, Daniel Kelleher, is breaking away, and I'll add, he is not, he's effectively a wild card into this one here, as Hugo Heron is going to defend this position like all it's worth here. This is a title fight, not at this stage, but right now, this is a title fight between these two all the way to the end. Heron needs these strong results. He needs to effectively take race wins, but he needs to make sure that Flusha stays behind if he wants any chance of taking that title at the end of this season here at Alphasan. Flusha, though, will dig deep, but she's under pressure again. Down the inside, Marcus Shilkunas of Lithuania gets through into P3, and, well, Shilkunas says to Flusha, let's go, let's battle, and these two have been the main protagonists over the course of this season. I mean, Shilkunas is 3rd in the championship standings at the moment. He's got 412. Mathematically, it's not possible for him to close that championship gap up. He's not in the title fight, but he certainly could make it interesting here for them, because Shilkunas has taken now 2nd place away. Shilkunas up to P2. Now that makes it more interesting for Heron, because he needs to be finishing higher than this if he wants to make sure that that fight goes his way. Flusha is still on that rear bumper. She is not going away. She refuses to go away. She is the title leader right now. She needs to focus on those good results. Philippe Carris now fastest driver on the circuit as the battle's happening thick and fast throughout the field here. We cut back a little further down in the order, as you can see, down the inside there, a big lunge for the rest of the field. Adam Sador pushing his way through nicely. Austin Gale there as well. Ghazi Motlaka in P7. In that number 2, he came up to me at the start of the weekend and said to me, Anthony, I'm running the same number that Finn McLaughlin run in the inaugural Academy Program race at this very circuit, and I'm going to win this entire weekend. That is what Ghazi said to me, and well, he's proving himself in this one. He's up 2 places now from his 9th in qualifying, pushing his way through in this race. On to lap 4 of 12, and everything holding strong right now. As what a big send down the inside there. Adam Sador pushing nicely in this phase. He has dropped down in the order, but pulling away nicely from the rest of the field. Now, Daniel Kelleher's lead is around 9/10 of a second as Sky Parker is finding herself in a spot of bother. She's got Jean Carras, Gianna Pascal trying to push in just behind. And the fight's still happening in that middle pack section. In fact, Sky Parker's actually had a really good race in this one. He's up 6 places for the young lady from Wales in the United Kingdom. And she has really good ones here. Right, Kelleher from Chilkunas, head on, and Flusha. Still 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. And let's have a look on board here in the top section of how close it's getting. And, well, there, confirmation of how close it's getting. Absolutely wheel to wheel there. Believe we are on board with Ghazi Motlaka there, and just showcasing his track position right now. But showcasing how close it is out there around the Alpha Sand circuit. It's a tight track here. It's only 8 meters wide at its widest. And it certainly makes it a little bit challenging for overtakes with the undulations, the ups and downs, the hairpins, the tight corners out there. Really is a tough situation for these drivers to be in. But still, no change between these top runners. Chilkunas, is he managing to close the gap at the moment? Yes, he is. It's down to 0.8 of a second, but there he can still, he's got Hugo Heron still on that rear bumper. Let's bring them all along for this one as eager eyes watch the first qualifying heat for the senior category here. Nice focusing on this one. Still, the gap now 0.7 of a second. I've got to say, Chilkunas is closing that gap now. There is the gap for the drivers behind as well. Head-on and Flusha, 0.2 between them. There's a look at their current race positionings. Now, well, Head-on has not gained or lost anything. He was up to second earlier on with a gain of 1 position. He's back to his original starting spots. Flusha's on the back foot on this one. She has dropped down 2 spots after starting P2. But her pace still very, very strong at this halfway point of this one. So we're on lap 6. We'll be ending this lap very soon on to lap 7 of 12. But reminder of over the season, of course, Flusha, we saw those points come up earlier on. And the reason why her championship fight's not as well broken away as much as I think she'd like is yes, okay, the finals have gone her way, but it's been the qualifying heats in some area. You look back at the first round of the championship, she scored maximum points in the first day of racing, 25 points and 50 points. But then in the second day, only 7 points for the qualifying heats phase for Flusha, but then took the race win and the extra championship point for the fastest lap of the race as well. So again, it just shows that she had extraordinary pace there. She only lost out in the second round when we were at Valencia. Lost out to Marcus Chilkunas for that one as well. Austin Gale starting to make the moves now. Austin Gale snuck in on these front runners here. Has got past Hugo Heron. He's moved himself up into 3rd place now. Flusha's got through as well, so big changes happening here, actually, while I was looking down at those results. So Flusha now up to 3rd place. Heron down to P5. This does make it interesting now. Flusha just needs to maintain this pace now across the weekend. She, like I say, she can have a relaxing weekend. She doesn't need to win. She just needs to have those high results, put herself in a strong position, and she'll be clear. She's clear at the moment by 90 series points right now, 90 or so. So it's just in that fight here. Gale looking strong. Gale is not a championship contender in this one. Austin Gale currently 12th in the points. but just needs to push themselves up in this moment. And a lot of these drivers are just looking for a big show on this last weekend. A big showcase of seeing what they can do over the course of this. Like I say, everyone just trying to maintain composure at this point of the racing. Flusha looking so strong in this one here. Now behind Shilkunas, these two have battled each other quite fiercely over the course of this season. Undoubtedly in that first round at Cremona, where these two actually got pretty tangled together at the start of the race in spectacular fashion. Marcus Shilkunas suffering from a rather large-scale accident. Thankfully, he was okay after that, but showcasing that the two have been pretty fierce in their fighting over the course of this season. There's a look at his results, and there you can see the 28th place in the first round. Scored the 10th in the second day of racing in Cremona. Of course, that was after the accident. Then it came better for him at Valencia, third and first, where he took his first and I believe only win of the series. Shilkunas only taken those 50 points there at round number 2. The rest of the season here in Dubai has been up and down, but still consistently inside that top 10, the man who sits in P2 right now. We've not said much about Daniel Kelleher in this race on lap 10 of 12. He is still cleared by 0.8 of a second. Still in control of this race. There's a look at Flusha's results. First across the board in Europe, apart from Valencia in that second day. Of course, Shilkunas claiming that one. But the Middle East phase is where it's gone a little bit topsy-turvy for Flusha. 6th and 5th, still strong results in Dubai. Elaine, 16th in that final. She came away with really low points in that one, and 3rd in the second day, so clawed it back in that second final. But like I say, scored no points in that first one. On to lap 11 we go. 10 laps completed. Last lap board will be out this time to the drivers, and it's still Kelleher, Shilkunas, Flusha. 1, 2, 3. Gale still in P4 ahead of Heron. Sador from Menemni. Motlaka is up to 8th place now. So still some strong results there from Rafalik. Caras, Philippe Caras that is, at 4 places, now inside the top 10. His brother Jean Caras subsequently down 4 places in this one, currently in P17. So keep a close eye on that order, but at the moment these front runners are looking calm. Flusha though, I think would benefit from getting past Shilkunas here though, just to give her that little bit of a helping hand. It's not needed. She can just stay there, and she knows that. She's put herself in a really good mindset ahead of this weekend. She's just thinking, let's focus, let's get this cut to the end, not get ourselves caught up in silly races and cause incidents, but she just wants to make sure she can get to the end of this weekend with some clean results. Last lap board is out. Kelleher's lead is still now over 0.8 of a second. He's doing a superb job. This is his first outing in the senior category and is breaking away from this fight here of Shilkunas and Flusha. Don't think anything's going to change there. Gale's not going to close in as well on them. He's there in P4. He's got company of Heron. Heron might still get the chance of getting past, and that is a vital one for him. He needs to, again, make sure as well. Flusha uses all the track and a little bit extra there on the exit of turn number 9 to carry that speed through. Again, they were told in the briefing at the start of this one, if they go off track limits and get the undercut, gain a lasting advantage from going off track limits, they will be in a spot of bother. Checker flag is out though, and Daniel Kelleher of Ireland claims that win across the line. A very strong performance for the driver from Ireland. Shilkunas finishes in 2nd place. A really good drive there from the Lithuanian. 3 places gained ahead of Luna Flusha. A strong result for Flusha. Exactly what she needs ahead of Austin Gale. Hugo Heron from Adam Sador. Mohamed Menemni from Ghazi Motlaka. Maximin Rafalik from Philippe Caras. Hamza Al-Fayez from Franciszek Sajelski in 12th place. Isaac Say ahead of Sky Parker's 6th place gain to finish in P14. And Elizaveta Kozlova rounding out the top 15. There's a look at intermediate classifications. Kelleher from Flusha, Gale from Heron. But they are not title points, they are purely intermediate classification points. Second qualifying heat coming up later on today for the seniors. That is due to start at 1:40 local time here in Abu Dhabi. There then are the provisional results at the end of that one. The top 15 we have gone over. Still a really strong result for the drivers in that top 15. Biggest mover in that top 15 is Sky Parker from the United Kingdom. The young female in her first appearance here at the Al Fassan circuit. There is 16th place below Alessandro Biggie from Gianna Pascal, Jean Caras from Charlotte Page, the Australian not gaining or losing any places in that one, finishing P19. Sophia Samfari with one position gained in P20 from Salamat Soy.